Hey guys, it's Alex, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about beliefs and how beliefs work, particularly because we are in a political climate where it seems like people are on polar opposites of what they believe. So it's a really good example to use to show how people can be seemingly living in the same environment and see an issue so drastically different that they believe in something totally opposite. So, how is that possible? And also, why is it so difficult to get a person to see from a different perspective, especially when you're able to make valid points? And you can be coming from any side of an argument, on any side of viewing anything. How can you get another person to see something from your vantage point? Well, first, in order to do that, you have to look at how beliefs work. So, beliefs work like this. Everything you experience or observe is what creates your belief system. Now, you spend your entire life going through things, and you and the person down the street are going to experience life differently, be it just luck and just for the sheer fact that you're two different people. So the things that you go through in life and the things that you witness other people going through, that is what is going to create your belief system. You could say that a belief system is what creates your perspective on the world around you. And so it sounds logical, and it is logical, that when you go through your own life experiencing things that only you can experience, that's going to begin to structure how you view the world around you. And since you're walking through life in your body, with your gender, your socioeconomic status, having dated people that you date, having worked at jobs that you work at, all based on your interests and your experience, of course, compounded over years and years and years, that's going to create your belief system. And that's why you can't just walk up to somebody and say, I don't understand why you can't see things from my perspective, because it's because they literally can't. They haven't walked in your shoes. So if you're going to be able to change someone's belief, you first have to understand that you are never going to be the one who changes them. They will be changing themselves, and they will have to take into account someone else's experience and really feel that, which brings us to the next point. Beliefs become beliefs not just because of the experiences and the observations we make, but because of how those observations and experiences make us feel. So it's that experience plus emotion that come together in order to make beliefs. Now, you can see by putting those two things together why it makes it so concrete when we begin to believe in something. Because when things impact our feelings are actually what impact our thinking. It is not the other way around. And because we're not necessarily conscious when we're doing this, when you experience a bad car accident and it makes you feel fear and you see the ambulance, it is going to print in your brain, wow, these are dangerous things, vehicles. And you might, for the next 10 minutes, slow down. We see it all the time. When you're on the highway and people are going 20 miles over the speed limit, then everybody slows down because they see a crash. You might notice that drivers around you are going to be a little more cautious for the next 10-15 minutes. And then you notice the behavior goes right back to what it was before, right? Everybody's being a little more careless. It's because it takes many, many, many experiences watching similar things to really change behavior and thus change belief. Because over time, witnessing things impacts our emotions to such a degree that our emotions are what make us change. This is why, in order to help someone see from a different perspective, you have to appeal to their emotions. You can forget about saying, well, you should believe this because I believe this and it makes sense, and you can even point out the logic. Forget that. You have to appeal to people's emotions. You have to find ways in your conversations to get people to put themselves in a scenario so that they are able to begin to feel what it is like to experience something else. And I think that right now in this political climate, what we're doing is we're yelling at each other about the way things should be, rather than thinking about how it feels from the other's perspective. And that goes both ways for both parties, and it goes for way more than politics. It goes to deep issues, socio-economical issues. And so I encourage you, when you think about wondering why somebody on the other side of the fence isn't seeing it all from your perspective, before you start digging into what's wrong with them and how could they be so stupid, think for a moment. The only reason why any of us make the decisions that we do is because we feel, based on everything we've experienced up until this point, based on everything we've watched our mothers and our fathers go through, our friends and our family, and people we care about, we make decisions based on how we feel for those people. So before we go calling each other stupid, take into account that these people are saying these things from a deeply emotional place and based on things that they have personally observed. And if you were in the same position, you might just feel the exact same way that they do. It's just a different way to think about things. It's a different way to think about belief systems and what we believe. And it's a lot less lazy than looking at someone and saying, gosh, you're so stupid for feeling or thinking the way you do. It's not because they think so drastically different from you. They are a human like you. They are thinking and feeling based off of the things they have personally gone through and witnessed people they personally care about go through. And if you don't live in their shoes, you certainly don't understand, because the only way to understand is to actually go through something. This isn't a video about changing your mind about anything. If anything, it's a video about patience. And patience comes with understanding. And on this particular topic of understanding someone else's beliefs, it's going to be difficult for you because you haven't walked a mile in their shoes. So give people credit and look at their feelings and how strongly they feel about something and know that it comes from somewhere. Attempt to understand before you defend. That's all I'm saying here. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you can use something from it in your conversations moving forward. I will talk to you soon, and until then, have happy and healthy conversations. Talk later. Bye.